Thanks for joining us again. This is Victoria Brashears with Keller Williams Platinum Partners, and today we are at the Longview Funeral Home and Cemetery. I'm with Megan Breedlove and Kylie Newsom.
Hello.
Hello. So you're new to this specific community. You grew up in and around this community. Do you remember before Longview Lake was here?
No, I'm not quite.
You're not that quite.
No.
I do.
I wasn't even a bleep on the radar yet.
No. So tell us what you like best about this community.
That everyone has each other's backs. I mean, it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, whether you are very fortunate to have a blessed life, or whether you kind of struggle a little bit day to day to take care of your family. We're all there for each other.
That's true.
I'm from a very small community in Iowa, so that's how it was there. So I'm excited to be a part of this here and out here, like she said, I mean, everyone's got each other's backs, and that's where I'm from, and I'm glad to be back to my roots, just 4 hours south, but still in the small town roots. So I'm excited.
Something special about that.
Yes.
You're both young and beautiful, and what led you to get involved in funeral services? I'll start with you.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yes. I really love, helping people and celebrating life, and this seemed to be, the best fit for me. So I'm very excited to get to know the community here and get involved as much as I can.
So my background is I was born and raised here in this community, and I got my bachelor's in hospitality, and I did that for several years. So I've been here a little over a year, and I chose this building because it's my home.
Nice. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So we sit on 44 acres of the rolling hills of South Kansas City, and we've been here since 1964. And then the funeral home's been here since 1986. And we've only used about 8 acres, so we still have a lot of room to grow and personalize loved ones' stories, one family at a time.
Who would you say is the most famous person buried in this funeral home? Just any ideas?
I have no idea, to be truthful. We have so many. I think all of my family members are famous, but and I'm the cemetery person.
So it's probably subjective, but my husband's a fisherman. So Craig, will you please share?
Carol Inslee,
Yeah, I looked it up this
the
morning.
sportsman's friend, gone fishing instead of just a wishing.
We are very involved in the community. We are part of a lot of chambers around the area. Try to be involved as much as we can with all of our events. Memorial Day, we have food and drinks for everybody out here all weekend. We have the holiday events, Wreaths across America. We have our Easter sunrise service every Easter. There's just a lot of things that we do that people just don't know about, so we're hoping we can get the word out.
Wreaths Across America. That's coming up really soon.
It is.
Talk to us a little bit about what exactly that is.
So Wreaths Across America is a non-for-profit organization that started in the early 90s. A gentleman had 5,000 extra wreaths, and he was like, what am I going to do with these? So he donated them to Arlington Cemetery, laid them out for all the veterans. A picture got started, and it just has spread since then. Any cemetery across the United States can be a sponsor, and they can have their family sponsor wreaths. Each wreath is $15, and those wreaths are laid on the grave spaces every year on National Wreaths Across America Day. This year it's December the 14th, so while we're laying wreaths on our cemetery, everywhere in the United States is laying them at the exact same time. So it's a really powerful message of remembrance and honor. So those wreaths don't get here unless, of course, someone sponsors them. So right now we have a little over the 300 mark, and we have over 500 veterans in our cemetery. So each wreath gets one more memorialized, and I would love nothing more than for the first time ever to say that I got full coverage and that every family got a wreath for their veteran.
That would be awesome.
It would be amazing.
And then when you lay the wreaths, it's not just the two of you out putting the wreaths down. There's over 500 wreaths.
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen?
So we have volunteers from the community, either corporate or individuals. They come out and they get here about 10:45 so that we can kick off the ceremony at 11. They sit through the ceremony, and we go out, and our staff helps direct them, and we have all the graves marked so that they can go out and lay. And it's a moment to take that read the name and remember that that somebody is a loved one and has a story in our community that is paved to get us where we are today. And it's an amazing honor.
That's awesome.
This is the first year that it is going to be completely military and veteran ran. I've worked very hard to find some pretty amazing parts of our military to officiate the ceremony this year. I still need a merchant marine and then anybody that unfortunately was a prisoner of war to hang that very special wreath. Any veteran can hang it, but if I can find someone that experienced that, it just sends a far more powerful message during that ceremony.
We have our holiday remembrance service, which is December 7th at 2 p.m. And it's just to remember all the families that we have served, especially over the last year, but anybody is welcome to come, whether we've served your family or not. We have a tree and some ornaments to pass out to everybody. The tree will be here and the ornaments we pass out. And we have a service that we will just remember everybody, and we would like people to come and say, you know, I'm here to remember my mom, and then they hang an ornament on the tree in remembrance of her. So we have some food and drinks and everything following that, so we just really want to be a part of everybody's Christmas holidays and be there and say that we also remember your loved ones as well as you.
So thank you guys so much for taking time out. I know you've got lots to do. It's a beautiful day out there, but I want to remind you guys to live, play, and work local. And thanks so much for joining us. Victoria Brashears, Keller Williams Platinum Partners, Craig's behind the camera, and we'll see you next time.